If you're dropping a reverb plugin at the end of your plugin chain and you're enjoying the reverby dimension that it adds to your vocals, but you're also finding that it's mudding up your mix, I want you to stop and watch this video, because here's a super simple technique which means you can get the best of both worlds. Let's dive straight in. Okay, so first off, I've created an effects or Orcs track, and that's going to give me two cool things straight off the bat. Firstly, it's going to give me control of the amount of effect that I'm sending onto my track, and it's also going to enable me to send multiple vocals to that same reverb. So onto that Orcs or effects track, I've dropped on my reverb. It's called Reverb Gold. And this does give you a bit of control, actually, this plugin. It's a great free plugin from the guys over at Black Rooster. It does already give me a bass cut. It's given me some pre-delay options as well, which is cool. I've dialed in a little bit of that for my vocal. I've kept it completely 100% wet because I can control, once again, the amount of this reverb that I send to my vocal track via my send control. So let's take a listen to what that sounds like on my vocal isolated.
It's a little story about my neighborhood. There's trouble in the streets, it don't look too good. Don't it's a little story about my neighborhood. There's trouble in the streets, it don't look too good.
And within the track.
Don't it's a little story about my neighborhood. There's trouble in the streets, it don't look too good.
Now I like the extra dimension that I'm getting from the reverb, but I'm also mudding up the mix a lot with that reverb. So here's the thing, because I've created a separate Orcs track, I can bring in an EQ after my reverb and tune my reverb. So I'm using high pass and low pass filters. I'm started off around 500 Hertz and around 10k and just brought them into taste. And I've also added an extra little cut around 2k just to cut out some of those harsh frequencies too that were coming across in the reverb. So let's just take a listen to what that sounds like with the vocal isolated.
It's a little story about my neighborhood. There's trouble in the streets, it don't look too good.
Now here's just the reverb before the EQ. And with the EQ. Here's the vocal without the reverb tuned.
It's a little story about my neighborhood. There's trouble in the streets, it don't look too good.
And with.
It's a little story about my neighborhood. There's trouble in the streets, it don't look too good.
And most crucially, here's what it sounds like within the mix. First off, without the EQ.
It's a little story about my neighborhood. There's trouble in the streets, it don't look too good.
And with.
It's a little story about my neighborhood. There's trouble in the streets, it don't look too good.
Without.
It's a little story about my neighborhood. There's trouble in the streets, it don't look too good.
And with.
It's a little story about my neighborhood. There's trouble in the streets, it don't look too good.
That's a super simple way to get great reverb on your vocals without muddying up the rest of your mix. I've got a free super handy vocal EQ cheat sheet. You can download it, drop it onto your desktop and refer to it every time when you're mixing vocals. The link for that is just below this video. If you want to take your mixes to the next level, I've got a whole bunch of home studio mixing and production courses, and I'm going to give you 10% off those courses right now with coupon code YouTube10. You can check those courses out. There's a link below this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe here on YouTube, and most importantly, go and have yourself a great day.